أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. I am Umar Ahmad Khan, an English language instructor. The topic for today's discussion is building self-confidence. So, what is the very first question is what is self-confidence? I mean, think about for a while and then do let me know your definition that what is self-confidence. But we are here to discuss what is self-confidence. Yes, confidence. Self-confidence is a term which is used to describe how secure a person is in his own decisions and actions and how free he is from doubts. So if you want to write down the definition of self-confidence, so you can write some point that self-confidence, the very first thing that it is free from doubts. Second, how secure are you in making some decisions and how secure are you in actioning? It is self-confidence. And confidence is not they will like me. Confidence is I will be fine even if they don't. Right? This is self-confidence. For example, if the whole world is saying that this is not possible, on the other hand, you are there and you are saying that this is possible, this is confidence because you believe in yourself and that belief is confidence. Self-confidence is doing what you believe to be right even if others mock or criticize you for that. Right? The whole world is saying that it is not possible, but you are there and you are climbing, you're saying that it is possible, so that's your confidence. Being willing to take risks and go to the extra mile to achieve better things. This is self-confidence. I mean, taking risks in life and then doing something extraordinary done before is self-confidence. Admitting your mistakes and learning from them is also confidence. Yes, let's talk about this chart. I mean, you can see, self-confidence and doubt. How doubt is there and how questions are there and how self-confidence, right? Yes, wherever you can see that yes is written, that yes is self-confidence, and the space which is white and which is where it is written that no, it is doubt. So when we, decide something to do in our life, so we ask different questions. Am I able to do it? Will I be successful? Can I do it? Am I ready to do that? Will I make it? Am I good enough? So you can see the space that is no, that is very less. On the other hand, you have strategy, physical preparation, techniques, mental toughness, everything that you see in the light blue color. Yes is in the major portion and no is a very it is there in a very short portion, but it is a very dominant. Self-confidence, those who believe in themselves, their position is on the top, while those who don't believe in themselves, they are sitting sad with a sad faces at the end. Building confidence, two main things contribute to self-confidence. Self-confidence is self-efficacy, which refers to individuals' belief. Self-efficacy is it refers to individuals' belief, and self-esteem is your passion and your confidence in your own self. That is self-esteem. So two things are important. One is self-efficacy, that is your personal belief, that is belief in yourself. And on the other hand, we have is self-esteem, and that is your passion in doing something. So these two things contribute in self-confidence. Vital first step. What is the vital first step? Believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself. It is the first step towards building confidence. What is self-confidence? Self-confidence is often the single most important ingredient that distinguishes a successful person from other or less successful people. So it is self-confidence. Self-confidence, it differentiates between the successful people and unsuccessful people, right? Self-confidence is extremely important in almost every aspect of life. Self-confident people inspire confidence in others, their audience, their bosses, their customers, and even their friends. Those who are self-confident, They can inspire, their audience, their bosses, their customers, their friends, or whoever is the person who's meeting him. So the person can inspire him. The good news is that self-confidence can be learned and it can be built on. It is the most important factor, and it is the most important thing that in self-confidence, that it can be built on, it can be learned, and it can be built on. How? We need to have a sense of self-efficacy, that we are competent, that we are doing something meaningful. Sense of worth and self-confidence comes when you accept yourself as you are, not when you're trying to be what other people expect. So you have to be very careful. That sense of worth and self-confidence comes when you accept yourself as you are, and not you are when you're trying to be what other people expect. Building confidence. Confidence begins with changing your thoughts, then taking action for change. Self-confidence, it begins when you determine yourself, when you change your mind, when you make your mind to change yourself, then implementation. It is something that you can build confidence. Try to find out the main causes of for lack of confidence. What are the main causes of lack of confidence? I have compiled some, so let's discuss those. What could be the reasons? Yes, negative life experiences. We often develop feeling of inferiority and lack of self-confidence through various life experiences at home or in our jobs. Lack of confidence, negative life experience, how they become the reasons of lack of confidence. Yes, for example, if something happens bad in your life, then you get yourself disappointed. And it also happens, for example, for example, you have developed your mind, or for example, you have made your mind that you are going to change yourself, and then you are trying to boost up yourself. For example, if you are trying to speak to your senior boss or in front of anybody else, but the way he disvalue, or he, for example, he insults you, so your confidence, it vanishes away. It vanishes away, and this is how your confidence, it goes down. Loss of a family member, or a close friend, or a breakup of a relationship also, I mean, it lacks confidence. Fears and reversal in life. For example, if you are trying to achieve something, but you are facing failure again and again, and a reversal, the same situation again and again, so you get disappointed, you get dishurt, that why this is happening with me, and then why is that something that it is happening, so you get disappointed. So this is one of the reasons that is lack of confidence, right? And then we have is self-criticism. What is self-criticism? Self-criticism is something that you yourself criticize yourself, that why is it happening something with me, why am I'm not able to do that particular thing. So that is self-confidence, self-criticism, right? And then is demand, external pressure. You lack confidence when you are given extra pressure from outside or external sources. So this is how, when you lack confidence, right, is it is something that you are lacking confidence. Fear, yes, fear is another reason, an important factor that you lack confidence, and the fear of failure, it leads to failure. Fear of failure, believing that because you have failed earlier, you will fail again. So that's why you don't try. When you don't try, you lack confidence, and then you get failed. Fear of failure depletes self-confidence. So you have to keep this in mind, that fear is nothing but just a false belief. Fear itself is very small, but it has a very large shadow, right? Thank you. Yes, guilty of feelings. Guilty feelings may cause low self confidence and self esteem. Guilty feelings. What is guilty feelings? When you think that yourself as low and you make somebody else very high. For example, you know, a lot of I have seen a lot of people who face inferiority complex, or those who are the victim of inferiority complex. What is an inferiority complex, by the way? Inferiority complex is something when you think yourself low and you give somebody else uh, very importance or very much importance. So this is how you feel yourself low, and you give somebody else very importance. These are guilty feelings. How to increase your self-confidence? A very interesting question, by the way. Just ask yourself, are my thoughts really the truth? Are my thoughts really the truth? And then pay attention to negative thought. You know, one is negative and the other eye is looking at the one eye which is closed, and it is the symbol of a negative thought. Boosting self-confidence, tolerate reversal with a positive frame of mind. You know, for example, reversals are there in your life. You have to accept those failures, and then sometimes hardship and reversal can bring out the best. You know, success, it comes after a lot of tough experiences. You know, it never comes, it never comes as success initially. You have to work hard, you have to strive, you have to work hard, then you get success. And they can be blessings in disguise then. You know, once Thomas Alva Edison says, learn to tolerate a reversal. I have not failed, I have just found 10,000 ways that won't work. So it is one of the best examples to tolerate reversals. And I have failed over and over again in my life, and that's why I said, Michael Jordan says, talk and think positively. Yes, talking about your positive goals activates brain centers that open you up to new possibilities. For example, if you think positive, then it will grow and it will open the new doors of opportunities and new possibilities to you. And then this is how you can enter in that particular thing, and then you can grab those opportunities. And then we have is self improvement starts with self reflection. When you see yourself in somebody else that is successful, initiative, how you can develop ability to self motivate and accomplish goals. Initiative. Yes, how to improve self confidence. Approach your work in a planned way, coupled with a positive frame of mind. That is the very first thing, that is goal setting. Then analysis. How can you, what are the problems that you would be facing there? And then creation, and then action, and then finally the valuation. This is how you can make your goals. Each one of us has strengths and weaknesses. Don't try over your shortcoming and weaknesses. Let me tell you that some of the things, happens in the daily life. For example, there are two candidates. One has 10 rupee, and on the other hand, the other person has also 10 rupee. One of the persons, he utilizes 10 rupees as five. He spends 5 rupees in the charity, and 5 rupees he spends in his own self. While on the other hand, the other person, he takes 10 rupees of he may be taking, the drugs, maybe taking cigarette or like that. He is really wasting 10 rupees, and he's really wasting his money. But we have seen this, that both of the students or both of the people have 10 rupees. One has used in a positive way, while on the other hand, the other person has used in a negative way. It depends on the mind. It depends on the mind how you're using that. Yes, play to your strengths and focus on your natural aptitudes. So you have to identify what are your natural abilities, right? And find something you feel passionate about. And this is how you can grow up. You must be ready to find strategies for change. As the butterfly, it has a very distinguished, as the butterfly, it has different colors. How this butterfly, it grows, and how it develops, and how it is born. As the butterfly, when it is there in his own egg, so as he struggles out, so the beautiful it would be, the beautiful color it has. Confidence begins when you decide to pay attention, and then learn healthy communication skills. Communication skill is one of the important things that is very important everywhere in every field of life. Failure is success if we learn from it. And no one is perfect, then that's why pencils have razors. Simplify and create balance in all areas of your life. Choose your friends, choose your company for your better future. Eventually, everything's going to be great. Practice forgiveness. Man gets and forgets, Allah gives and forgives. Just accept what you cannot change and change what you can. Celebrate your difference. Finally, celebrate your difference. Thank you very much for this, for listening so attentively, and I believe that you will enjoy this lecture. And also, please give me your feedback so that we can make other lectures in the upcoming future as well. Thank you very much, and if you have liked this lecture, do subscribe my channel, and thank you very much. Thank you.